life easier thanks to his ultimate. Now, the Akali is definitely much more of a skill matchup, but when I look across this draft, this is a great Akali draft. The thing that you're most concerned about is that Nautilus, because the ultimate can be super obnoxious for you. But when I think about champions that Akali is afraid of, there was a rumble in the game.
A rumble.
The rumble rolls out the red carpet.
Oh, good stun from Jenax there. Himself away. Flash from xMatty. Depth charge coming in as well. Jezu does have the killer instinct. They could look for the chase here. Erdote trying to turn it around, and the Berserk comes just in time. Bailout possibility as well. Treatz dive too deep, and xMatty takes him out. A double for BDS.
Beautiful play from the bot lane of BDS. xMatty was put under a lot of scrutiny last split. His bot lane 2v2 performance was not the level that many fans believed was right for LEC, but starting off the split strong, and a lot of credit needs to be given to Erdote there. He did everything right. The shielding from his E, the ultimate to buy him a little bit more time, as we see another engage in the top.
Cinkrof waiting in the wings, though. Sertuss on his way up as well. The Gnar back. Agresivoo going to try and dodge away. Gilius looking for the damage as well, but Gilius might be the first to fall. Agresivoo, one more auto is enough. Jenax jumps back in into the charm. The knock up, the CC. Cinkrof low. NuclearInt now joins. Orbit Deception not going to land, and NuclearInt will land. His shurikens, dives back in, hits another. Sertuss has no charm, and Treatz can't hit the dredge line, but NuclearInt just backs away in the end.
BDS getting kills across the
takeover. They have to back away once again. xMatty with his second play of the game. Treatz and Gilius looking for something here. You can see Sertuss on his way as well. Spirit Rush just about to come off cooldown. Erdote does have the hostile takeover here. Gilius looking for the stun. No flash, remember, on xMatty. He dodges back and forth, but he's still locked up. Hostile takeover coming out. xMatty, though, locked up and shut down by SK. He'll come back for a second with a bailout, but in the end, it's Sertuss
to the top side of the map, potentially threatening a dive on the Jenax. Mainly, I think his goal was to look for a steal, maybe stealing away a blue buff, maybe some jungle camps advantages, which right now for them is that mid lane, which does make a lot of sense. The moment you open up that mid lane tower, it gives you access, or easy access rather, to the enemy jungle. SK, on the other hand, are investing towards the top side of the map. They recognize that if they can get Jenax in a position where he can snowball in the isolated 1v1.
That was just such perfect waiting in the bush from SK. And he managed to kill off Agresivoo, who did everything right. In
Miss Fortune and Renata to do what they want, then they're just going to gain all this prowess. So they have to leverage numbers to force them off the space. And again, you're seeing it here. Jezu, Jenax, Treatz, they're all being brought here to force them off the wave. But it's still not quite enough because now BDS is doing the same.
But the BDS also saw Sertuss use his charm trying to catch out Erdote, so they know that that charm isn't up right now, but it does come back in time. Everforce used as well. Treatz looking for the hook. Crescent Guard pop, though. So much damage coming out from the MF ultimate. Jenax will be forced away. BDS turn their eyes towards the dragon.
Still up, though, for SK. Ahri's ultimate. The Gilius has his ultimate. Kaisa has the ultimate as well.
So. Cinkrof, no ult, does have flash. They're just going in. Spirit Rush a possibility. There's the charm. TP behind. Jenax, no Hexagon momentum, but can get into this fight. They're looking for the dragon. Can Gilius steal it? He can! Third dragon of the game over to SK. Cinkrof low. Will be caught out. The bailout brings him back, but he will fall in the end. BDS still looking for the fight as Jenax steps forward onto Agresivoo. NuclearInt could get onto Jenax here. Treatz trying to escape down towards the bottom side, and Jenax will be caught, and NuclearInt will get a triple in the fight.
Beautifully played by NuclearInt, but a good steal coming out from SK means that they will. We're happy to give this one up.
Yep.
And they want to wait a little bit longer, and it's not the worst plan ever. You can see that Sertuss is very close to that death cap scene. So BDS is playing around the fact that I have no idea where these two players are, and props to Agresivoo, he is respecting the lack of information. Oh god, he's...
Everforce into the Hexagon Maiden. The charm misses. Agresivoo with a fancy feat on his debut game on the stage. He tries to dodge away from Sertuss and Jenax. Agresivoo building up towards the Mega Gnar, but he just doesn't have the time. SK delayed and delayed and delayed, and in the end, they get their reward.
I really can't blame him for that because they waited for so long, and now NuclearInt, he can definitely go for this. Flash.
Option for Sertuss. This vision across the wall will keep Gilius spotted as he puts the oracles down.
So what I will say about this fight now is Jenax level 16, Sertuss level 16, level advantages across the board, items are fully completed, SK look way more confident when it comes to a fight this time round, and BDS still only level 15 on NuclearInt. Agresivoo is only level 14. Like, there's a big discrepancy here, and let's see if SK can actually pull out a big fight.
Dragon started, 5,000 on it. Soul, the option for SK. Charm goes in. Cinkrof diving forward as well. Gilius gets it. Mountain so secured for SK, but Gilius will be able to dash away as well. Manages to survive in the pit. Jenax is caught by all of BDS. He will pay for the soul with his life. He tries to get away. You guys, you're too overeager. There's no way he's escaping from that. Will BDS pull the trigger on the Baron and say, okay, Jenax, you're going to TP in. Agresivoo trying to get to the world's level 16 himself.
Hang on.
BDS started. Treatz flashes. Erdote tries to flash away, but can't escape. Hostile takeover will only land on to 2. The knock up onto xMatty on the backline. Bullet time coming in as well. xMatty low. Sertuss diving forward. Erdote falls over deception. xMatty still alive somehow. Jenax goes in. xMatty brought back with a bailout, but they need to kill Jezu quickly enough. They can't do it. Jezu will die afterwards. NuclearInt dies onto Jenax as he tries to get the damage down onto the SK top laner. Meanwhile, Orbital Deception going in once again. Agresivoo just surviving. It's a 2-for-1 so far in favor of BDS in a very messy fight.
Ooh. That was a big... Do a lot of damage, along with the true damage that Jenax will be able to offer on the Camille. BDS should be aware that something is going on, but it's a little bit suspicious that the jungler is not in the pit. Cinkrof with the engage.
Yeah, SK trying not to be suspicious here, but you can see BDS
oh wow, this is
forward.
so fast.
It's already down to 3,000. Cinkrof puts a ward in and immediately it's gone. Gilius smites it. SK able to sneak it away from BDS underneath their noses.
Well played.
On the Drake, it looks like Jenax just going to commit to split pushing here. I wonder how long's on his teleport timer. 26 seconds, so there's a tiniest of windows, like one of those bathroom ones that's really, really small, where BDS could start up this Elder Drake without Jenax being able to respond. Agresivoo, though, has gone back. Sertuss here. Charm goes out, stops the charge in from Cinkrof. Will be shielded a little bit, and now BDS have lost their opportunity to defenestrate SK. That window has closed, and SK now have control towards this bot side river.
Yes, cannot fit through the window. Here we are, SK Sertuss with the engage. Charm
away. Charm goes out, as you say. Lots of damage to the backline. Crescent Guard coming out as well as Sertuss caught in the midst of NuclearInt. Bailout being used, hostile takeover as well. Treatz pops the stopwatch. Gilius not in the best position since he's in the back of the fight, back of the pit as well. Treatz will fall. Oh, great snipe! Great snipe onto xMatty. That's a lot of damage, a lot of DPS falling off from BDS. Jezu and Gilius trying to do something here. They still have the Baron.
Immediately back out onto the map. They have the bot wave pushed in. They're pushing out mid. They are removing all of the vision. Sertuss should have TP.
Deep. That is deep, and Treatz will know he's there when he comes around the corner. Counter TP, use NuclearInt. Depth charge, a possibility. Killer instinct in NuclearInt. You gotta pull something miraculous here. The TP too deep. SK willing just to lap him up. And now they will turn their eyes towards the Elder. BDS. No real way to steal this unless Cinkrof can like flash in, but the Elder will be secured for SK and NuclearInt. He lived up to his name.
That caught NuclearInt by surprise. He was not expecting so many SK members to be in that
situation. BDS now very much on the back foot. That sequence of events has led to SK being 3,000 gold ahead, and Elder Dragon to the good. We're a minute and a half. xMatty stepping forward here. Death charge used onto Erdote. There's nowhere for him to go. The bailout won't save you for long as SK get another kill. And with 30 seconds before we hit that 40-minute mark and 30 seconds on Erdote, SK can just push in here. Still a minute and a half on this Elder Drake. BDS have to just give up everything. No real way for them to fight. Spirit Rush off cooldown. Sertuss could look for something. Flash Charm always a possibility as well, but looks like SK know they've already done a lot of damage to this top tier 3. They'll take that as well. Second inhibitor of the game for them as they lock it out. NuclearInt trying to step forward, but what do you do into an Elder Drake? There's still a minute left on it. Hex Flash from Treatz, thinking perhaps NuclearInt would step a little bit too far. Sertuss, Cinkrof goes in, the charm into the Everfrost, into the Killer Instinct, but the Crescent Guard enough. Gilius splashing forward, counter flash. Bullet time out from xMatty, but now he's not in the best of shapes as Jenax could look for the Hex Ultimatum.
Bit of an overinvestment here from SK. They need to be careful.
They still have the Elder though. Agresivoo could look for Gnar into the wall. Instead, BDS
win off the split. The Baron is respawning, and SK will be the ones to start it off. Treatz is spotted out here, and he knows he's spotted. Does he know that?
I mean, all of SK have been spotted. They know that Jenax and Jezu are here as well. Treatz already down. BDS could look for a bit more of an engaged. Charm going out. Crescent Guard available for Cinkrof, but very tanky with the
force. A matter of time before SK start the Baron off. They're literally just waiting for the waves to create a point of pressure. And then BDS is going to be forced to make a choice.
Sertuss with the charm once again onto Cinkrof. Crescent Guard will be used. Bullet time coming out as well. Gilius has to pop the Heartbreaker to get away. NuclearInt looking for a flank position here as he dives in, but it's only onto Treatz. Hostile takeover coming in as well, and Treatz is very low. NuclearInt dived on by Jenax. Meanwhile, the GA popped on xMatty. NuclearInt trying to do what he can, but Treatz continues to land the hooks. xMatty comes back though. Treatz down, 2 down. Jenax, Sertuss, and Jezu have to try and do everything in this fight. The GA still available for Jezu. The charm wide. Cinkrof survives. Orbital Deception though will lock him out. Jenax, more Death's Dance and Divine Lissandra means he is nigh unkillable as SK find 2 in the fight.
The G8 will be popped for Jezu, but it ends up being a 2 for 2. I imagine this will be a third as Jenax locks down Erdote. But the base again is in shambles. Only 2 members are left alive.
Agresivoo has some, NuclearInt has some, but the 5-point strike doesn't really clear out these super minions too quickly. Agresivoo are going to try and build up towards that Mega Gnar. Does have the Gnar ultimate as well, but look at the damage onto the tower. Jenax basically feasting on them. Is the Cho'Gath ultimate worth the true damage? The Gnar back brings Jenax underneath the tower. NuclearInt looking for the damage as they do manage to kill off Jezu. NuclearInt has to do it all here though. The GA popped on Agresivoo. Jenax looking for the tower itself. Precision protocol enough, and SK will ignore the BDS players and instead take down the base.
It was close at the end there. I really thought that NuclearInt and Agresivoo could do it. But SK, they played the fights better. Gilius with a number of great steals will bring SK to their first victory.